And really, that's the part that confuses me the most. I'm like, but like, you don't like having black people in your media? Nah, man, Black Panther was the best movie ever. I love seeing Falcon. Falcon's gonna be like, that's how they'll talk about this stuff. But then I'm like, what about Captain Marvel? Oh, Captain Marvel, a bitch. She never smiles. Oh my god, I hate her. And I'm just like, where's this coming from? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no real scope. There's no real perspective. It's like, just because you are of this demographic and you know how that feels, like I guess that just doesn't translate to other people from other groups having the exact same thing that you're looking for. You know what I mean? That's just
yeah. There's like
to this day,
I hit him clean more times. I beat him.
Use your common sense. This is not me, y'all. I'm fighting for my life. Y'all killing me with this.
This MAGA country.
all I care about is good characters and good movies.
I love that shit. I love niggas being mad. That shit is the funniest thing to me because it's
so
like
funny because they hate all this much, but Captain Marvel still cracked $1 billion. Like,
yo, no. Here's the wildest. Here's my favorite. It's not that they say all this stuff. My favorite thing is these niggas said what boycotting. They said we're not gonna pay for this movie, and then what happened was I sat there and I was like, without your money, it made $1 billion. Like, there's obviously not enough for you to actually make some change. You niggas suck. Like, you know,
yeah, their opinion is so
Marvel's become part of pop culture now.
Yeah, like
them literally like casual people are into it. Like casual people that you walk down the street know who Thanos is now.
It makes me mad because niggas all the time complain about how the women they date or the women they meet don't have similar.
Oh no. Yo, Bush, I have a new idea for a video. We literally talked about it in PMs, Josh. We could talk about like MCU versus Star Wars. We could talk about that too. We can talk
about debate no more, man.
This nigga just cut me the fuck off. I was making
continue. Sorry, man.
No, I'm done, nigga. I lost the effect of it now, man. It wasn't epic anymore, man. You fucked it all up.
I was saying, like, it's crazy how you can walk down the street and a random person just knows who Thanos is now compared to 10 years ago. I'm like, yo, we heard about Thanos. Like, what the fuck?
A whole generation knows about Underoos now, Josh.
Yeah, that's it. But I was just gonna say that comic book studios and companies that make these movies, they're trying to bring in more fans. They're trying to make people like this, appreciate this stuff more. Because these nerds, these mostly white male nerds, they got like they built a clubhouse, and they don't want nobody new to get in there.
No girls allowed.
Like no girls allowed.
Also, I don't get it. Like, hold on. Let's talk about this for a second. If these movies become more popular, if more women are in these movies and more women want to watch these movies, if you have even the mildest of social skills,
that means for everybody.
Not just that. That means the percentage of you being able to be with a bad bitch and being a nerd has just gone up. I don't understand what the issue is.
Exactly, and that's what make me mad.
You can literally, like before, like 10 years ago, if you were into comic books, you had a very small group of people you could talk about it with. Now you can go into the classroom, be like, "Hey man, Captain America," go. Everybody be like, "Yeah, man, that's my nigga." Like,
that's your opening, man.
Josh, remember just 5 years ago when the biggest videos on the internet were just like girlfriends being mad at their niggas for playing video games and just breaking that shit? Remember that shit, Josh?
Yeah.
Now it's like if games become more popular, she'll sit down and stop breaking your shit. She'll play with you. The fuck? What are we talking about?
They are literally throwing niggas a bone here. Like, it's like they're making women appreciate these films more because they are somewhat pandering to this, man. And I'm not even saying that the women weren't nerds to begin with; they were, but they're no longer afraid of coming out and being a nerd because it's mainstream.
Talking about Avengers could be an icebreaker now. Like,
yeah.
I mean, no, hold on.
So why niggas is mad about this?
But the point is, because representation matters, what happens is that people that feel like this isn't a space for them feel like it is a space for them now because there are people that reflect them in these things now. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, I was just gonna say, like, even like, yes, women were most definitely into these other hobbies before, of course. Just down to statistics, they're over half our population. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What happens is that I feel like to a degree, the people that are in the media we consume also in some regard reflect the audience. You know what I'm saying? Like, if there's a whole bunch of white dudes in the films that we're watching, it's probably a whole bunch of white dudes watching it. You see what I'm saying? So as soon as you add like an Asian character, a black character, a female character, there's a whole group of people that didn't initially think this thing was for them, and then realize, all right, maybe this is for me. That's what happened with Black Panther. A big amount of that box office was black people being like, I don't like Marvel movies, but I like that there's a black dude on screen, like doing that Wakanda Forever shit, and then going to watch that movie.
And the fact that those movies made so much money, Black Panther, Captain Marvel, just proves that these people were already in those spaces. They were just waiting for something that was for them to drop so they can go see it together. So, like, I don't.
And I think another thing is that it's important to remember that like these people that are vocal on the internet complaining about this shit are not the majority. Do you see what I'm saying? Like all white people, the majority. All white people, the majority of like people that are spending money on movies. Sure. But like all the majority of white people complaining on Twitter about how they added one woman in one movie. Like no, that's not how it works.
Now let me be clear, as proved by our chat, there are black dudes. I've seen several videos of black dudes talking about this same thing, this SJW agenda, which really doesn't exist because companies don't build their year around trying to cater to these certain groups of people. Like it's not because at the end of the day they're trying to make money.
It's not even like they create these characters just for that. These characters have been existing for 50, 60, 70 years.
Like hold on. Black Panther was created by two white dudes. Like what were you talking about? Like it's created by
Captain Marvel, Falcon. They've been around for years before we was born. They've been around.
And politics has always been in comic books. Like when when Captain America was fighting Nazis, nigga, that was political. So what the fuck are we talking about?
Captain America was created as like a political thing. Like he was created to give people hope during World War II.
Let's sit around in a circle and be educated adults for a second. What was Captain America fighting? He was fighting Nazis. What are Nazis? Nazis are literally a political party. They were Nazi socialists. Like what are we talking about, man? Like
he was fighting communism and shit too. Like this shit has been political from jump. Like
no, I think here's what it is. I think this is why people find a problem in the whole Captain America political thing. It's like, yeah, fuck Nazis, yeah, fuck the communists, yeah, now fuck America because things in here are fucked too. No.
No.
But that's me though.
And that's why I say the best way to find news on a country or an event that happens in a country is to go watch television from a different country, like watch RT if you want some accurate news about what's going on in America. Like
you know what I can't wait for?
What?
People make all this rubber now. I heard rumors that one of the main characters in the Eternals movie is gonna be gay.
Yeah, of course.
They've already started.
I can't wait to see what people say about that one.
Oh my god, these niggas about to cry, bro. They're like, I'm waiting for a nigga to be like, they got gay niggas in space now. Like what the fuck?
Like I'm about to do a segment on the channel called we just watch one reactionary video. It could be like 5 minutes to 2 minutes.
Oh no! I can't wait for the Christian mother that says something on social media like, I take my kids to these movies and you put this in it. It's like this is all wait. So I'm waiting. I'm waiting for like the trash, man. Oh my god.
It's like you know there are women in the world, you know there are black people in the world, you know there's gay people in the world, right? Like it's like y'all know that, right?
Yeah, this whole I just don't understand it because if they really think about it, they think deeply on what they're saying. They'll be enlightened if they just take a second. And I think
but this is the part. Like every time I say, "Oh yeah, white people," it ain't even really like that. You said in our own community, right? Predominantly black community and stuff. People are complaining about the exact same shit. And really, that's the part that confuses me the most. I'm like, but like, you don't like having black people in your media? Nah, man, Black Panther was the best movie ever. I love seeing Falcon. Falcon's gonna be like, that's how they'll talk about this stuff. But then I'm like, what about Captain Marvel? Oh, Captain Marvel, a bitch. She never smiles. Oh my god, I hate her. And I'm just like, where's this coming from? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no real scope. There's no real perspective. It's like, just because you are of this demographic and you know how that feels, like I guess that just doesn't translate to other people from other groups having the exact same thing that you're looking for. You know what I mean? That's just
there's like I'm a fan. They're like, I like the action. I'm a fan of action. I'm a fan of action. Well, you should love Captain Marvel. Then she's all about the action. Like that's literally what she is. She's just a fighting machine. Like,
she's a human bullet. She doesn't even punch for. just goes through them. Like,
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
let's not pretend like that movie was great.
No, I'm saying like in Endgame, she was basically there for action scenes. So if you're all about action, you should love her then.
Like their complaints weren't about her though. So yeah.
But here's the thing. First of all, let's talk
not
about
in this movie anyway. In the previous,
I think when we sit around and stop the whole Captain Marvel thing to be like, oh, let's not act like our movie wasn't great though. I feel like first of all, we're legitimizing a group of people that were shitting on the movie before it even came out. You know what I'm saying? It's not about the movie actually being bad or anything. It's about a group of people that made up their mind about a movie being bad.
People who didn't even give it a chance before they said it was bad.
Exactly, and the second thing I'm gonna say is that why are we gonna say that about this when we couldn't say that about Doctor Strange? Doctor Strange was about the same level, if not a little bit lower. The same thing about both Ant-Man movies. You know what I'm saying? I said this before.
Yeah, like, bad movies exist in the MCU.
I didn't say they were bad. I didn't say they were bad. I said that they were standard. There was nothing crazy interesting about them.
Them shits was bad to me.
I mean, you think The Dark Knight is the best superhero movie ever made, but that's fine. Don't worry about that.
I know. I think Endgame is, nigga.
Now?
Dark Knight. But Dark Knight is a superhero film. You can get into the semantics of it's a crime drama. I mean, sure, it's all of that, but you can be like Winter Soldier was like it was like a political thriller type.
Hold on, Josh. What did you say in the chat when you came out of the film? You said, "Don't you ever dare mention what's a good." Don't
Dark
you ever
Knight
disrespect
Endgame in the same sentence?
No. The way you said it was, don't you ever disrespect Endgame by mentioning it in the same sentence as The Dark Knight? And I was like, oh my god, IMDb about to kill Josh.
But I mean, look. I mean, also, anybody propping up Dark Knight to put over Endgame. Going back to your point, like
they're not common fans.
I feel like Dark Knight. Can I say this? I feel like Dark Knight and those movies were made to like try to make superheroes fit into the mainstream, whereas these movies are made to we gonna make our movies and y'all gonna like it regardless. Like,
Well, here's the thing. I was thinking about that thing you said last video about. I don't think the MCU is making Endgame is a movie for comic book fans. I agree with that, but I do think at the same time they are normalizing comic book stuff from comic books in these movies. So people that would have been like, that's lame, that's naughty. The entertainment you've been enjoying for the last 10 years came from a comic book. Or at least it's based on something.
I don't remember the last time somebody said. I don't remember the last time somebody said a superhero was nerdy. Like, I don't remember.
You can't say that. What are the biggest, man? Listen, people
they
are
make
talking
the
about
most money in the movie theaters. Like,
they can't talk about this. Josh, you know what ends up happening to me every now and then? I'll look at the media people are talking about on Twitter or whatever, and I'm like, regular people are watching this? This feels like something that was made for 5 people that read and watched everything. But apparently everybody loves this thing. You know what I mean? I don't know.
People, if you're a fan of it, you should be happy. Like, the shit that you get is finally getting its just due. It's getting its shine. Like,
exactly. And not just that. It's like the success of it also means more of it keeps getting made. So what are we talking about?